All right. So this is a teacher's guide to thrive, and my goal is for you guys to feel empowered. I really want you to walk away from this with some tools under your belt that you can start implementing right away so that you can start showing up as your best self, really learning to take the time to listen to what you need and fill up your cup before you keep trying to pour out. So I actually co-wrote this class with my partner, Becky. I am a self-care empowerment coach, a holistic health professional, essential oil expert, mama, and substitute teacher. So while I have not been substituting for this is my year two doing this, I have learned so much in that short amount of time on what you guys go through. And I had a lot of appreciation and respect for teachers before I started substitute teaching, but now after having a little taste of what it's like, I am just in awe the fact that you guys show up every single day for our kids. It really is it's incredible. It's quite the gift that you are giving. And I had a little bit of an idea what it was like before just being with Becky. She's a librarian and educator in elementary. She's done sped for a few years and is also a mama of three with one on the way. So our family will be growing here soon. But we were really excited to kind of come together with my essential oil knowledge and her teaching knowledge and create this tool for you guys. So definitely recommend if you have not, been in the essential oil world before, and even if you have, I guarantee you come to my Wednesday night class where I teach the essential oil basics. I guarantee, even if you've been doing this for years and years, you will learn something new. And that class is a free webinar every Wednesday night. It's from 7 to 8 Central. And this is where you're going to learn the basics. So we'll do a crash course real quickly for you guys, just so you kind of have the foundational knowledge of how to use essential oils under your belt. But highly recommend that you attend that basics class. And if you can't make it Wednesday nights, I do have the recording available for you as well. So if you're interested in the recording, you can shoot me a text basics and I will send you the recording or the link for our next class. Let's dive in here to 3 ways to use essential oils. The first is aromatic. So if you've been around a diffuser before, if you've ever smelled an essential oil before, you have experienced them aromatically. This picture here, this is a diffuser. It's a water diffuser. Now, there are lots of diffusers out there, but I do recommend using a water diffuser as it will not heat your essential oils. Never heat your oils, guys. It's still well over 100 here in Texas, and you have to remember not to leave your oils in the car because whenever you expose them to heat, it will actually degrade them and they won't have those same therapeutic benefits. So take care of your oils, they will take care of you. But using a diffuser is one of the easiest ways to use these oils aromatically. And some benefits of using a diffuser, or even just inhaling these oils out of the bottle, it can actually positively affect your mood. And guys, this is not like some woo-woo stuff. I know a lot of people they think about essential oils, they're like, oh, it's snake oils, that's so woo-woo. Not doTERRA. doTERRA is a hardcore science company. If you're a nerd, if you're a geek and you like to like dive into all the science stuff, doTERRA is right there with you. So these oils actually get into the limbic part of your brain and impact your breathing, your heart rate, your blood pressure, your emotions. So having a diffuser in your classroom is such an easy way to impact the mood and the feelings that your little ones are experiencing and yourself, right? We have a lot of feelings ourselves. But using in a diffuser is also a great way to cleanse the air. One of the essential oil blends we're going to talk about tonight is called On Guard. It's a fantastic blend of oils for supporting your immune system. And that's one that I diffuse all the time in my home now that school has started again. They're bringing back all the things. So we make sure to constantly cleanse the air and support our immune systems with the On Guard blend. What you can also do is support your respiratory system. So we've been having some big weather changes here, and everywhere I go, I hear people coughing and sneezing, and they've got stuffy noses and all the sinus issues. So we like to use our essential oils not only to clean the air, but to keep our airways open and healthy. So that's the first way that you can use these oils is aromatically. The second way to use them is topically. So actually applying them to the skin for localized benefits. Now, when you are putting essential oils on the skin, it's important to have a carrier oil on hand. This is a picture of a carrier oil, my personal favorite, fractionated coconut oil. Now, fractionated coconut oil is a lot like what you probably cook with at home, but it's had the fats removed, so it's always in a liquid state. It's non-greasy, it absorbs really easy, and it's perfect for making essential oil rollers. Now, there's lots of reasons to dilute. The main things are to avoid skin sensitivity. So if you have sensitive skin, if you are ever using the essential oils on your kids, your pets, the elderly, anybody with more thin or sensitive skin, always dilute. Why? Well, some of them, like the mints, when you put the mints on your skin, it's very cold and tingly. Whereas others, like oregano, clove, and cinnamon, can be very warming to the skin. So, to avoid any overly sensitive skin, always have a carrier oil on hand to dilute. You're also going to get more bang for your buck and use less of your essential oil when you use a carrier oil. And the third reason to dilute is that it actually makes these oils work better. Diluting does not make them less effective. I know that's kind of contradictory to what your brain may think, but diluting your essential oils actually weighs them down so that the molecules absorb deeper into your tissue and work better. So you're going to apply these oils where you need them. Let's say, you're in school and your tummy starts a bubbling. And I know y'all don't have a lot of time to go to the bathroom. So having something right then and there, to apply to your tummy to take care of the issue right away, it's pretty cool. Or, I mean, how often do you get headaches or feel tension in your shoulders and back and neck from, being on your feet or on the computer so much? We all have pain, right? So having oils that you can use naturally for some natural relief
Hold on one second, Mom.
is going to be so awesome for taking care of it right then and there. Now, the third way to use oils is internally. So I love putting my essential oils in my water. You guys, if you ever see me drinking, you can assume that there is a citrus in there because the citruses are super tasty. They are actually a natural way to detox your body, and they're very uplifting for the emotions. So different ways to use the oils internally. You can add them to your water. You can also add them to veggie caps. That's what this is here. It's just an empty pill capsule that you fill with essential oils and take it like you would any other pill. And the benefit of that is that you don't taste the oils. Sometimes, like let's say you're taking oregano for an all-natural antibiotic. Oregano is hot and spicy, so not one that you'd want to drink in your water or drop under your tongue. In that case, you'd want to have a veggie cap. Now, safety tip, guys, when you are using these oils in your beverages or cooking with them, you want to be using glass, stainless steel, ceramic, silicone. All those materials are safe. The ones you do not want to use, do not use plastic. Do not use aluminum cans, styrofoam. Those cheaply made synthetics, the essential oils will actually break down the container and then you'll be adjusting a bunch of toxins. So stick with glass. I mean, there's so many glass water bottles, stainless steel water bottles, those Yeti Stanley cups, those are great. I love having like stainless steel or silicone straws just so you can, have those big cups, right? Just want to give you those safety tips. So, all right, that was your crash course and essential oils. So we've learned the 3 ways to use them. All of doTERRA essential oils are going to be great for aromatic and topical use. And you'll know the ones for internal use because it'll have a supplemental facts bottle on the label. So just like your food has a nutritional facts label, the ones that are recommended for internal use will have that label. And if an oil is recommended for usage in all 3 ways, use it all 3 ways. You're going to have the best results when you use it as many ways as possible. So back to that scenario, you're in the middle of a class, even worse, you're in the middle of testing and you really can't leave, right? And your stomach starts to bubble. You can grab the Digest Then blend, put a drop under your tongue, dilute another drop on your tummy, and then sit there breathing in that oil. So you used it all 3 ways versus maybe just like putting a drop under your tongue. You're going to have better results sooner because you utilized it in all the ways you could, right? All right, so let's get back here. All right, prize time. I love to spoil you guys with prizes. So using the chat, if you don't know where the chat is yet, it's on your screen. It looks like a little chat box. I want you to be ready to enter your answer. So what are the 3 ways to use doTERRA essential oils? First person to give me the answer gets a prize out of my basket. I've got a whole bunch of cool samples in there for you guys. All right, LaShondria, you got it. Diffuse, inhale, apply. Oh, okay, that was close. So you've got diffusing and inhaling. Those are both aromatic. Applying them, I think you're talking about topically. What's the third way? And if it's, you guys can take yourself off mute if you want to just answer instead of typing. I am not a fast typer.
Oh, the other
LaShondria,
was
what do you got?
internal. So the other was internal. I'm
You got
sorry.
it. Yes, yes. Awesome. So I will tell you at the end of the class all the different options because I've got quite some options and you can tell me which you prefer that I send you. Awesome job. So yes, aromatically, topically, and internally are the 3 ways to use them. Awesome. All right. Okay, here's some more chances. Give an example, and you can use the chat box or just take yourself off mute. Give an example of how to use doTERRA essential oils aromatically.
Example, in the diffuser.
In the diffuser, you got it. What about an example of using it topically?
I took notes to apply to a particular area, like on your tummy.
Yes, perfect. And what about internally?
Under the tongue or in veggie caps and in the water.
You got it. Oh my gosh. Awesome job. All right, well, I'm just gonna throw the basket your way. You're getting a bunch of prizes tonight. Awesome. All right, let's get back here. Okay, so just another reminder for the Essential Oils Made Easy class. You want to get even deeper into, what essential oils are, how to use them, how to get them in your home. This is every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 Central. Text me basics if you would like the link to join or if you would like the recording. All right, so let's just take a moment and do a little
Can
self-check-in.
you go back? I didn't get that. I was trying to.
Oh, yeah, sure. Hold on, sometimes there you go.
Sorry, I wasn't typing or writing fast enough.
No, you're fine. And don't, I'll have the recording sent out. So if you need to look at anything again, you'll have that.
Okay.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
All righty. So let's just do a self-check-in, guys. We talked a little bit at the beginning of the class, just, going into this with a loving awareness of where you're at and maybe some different areas that you want to step it up in the self-care department. What areas need more love and attention. Some of the big things that I hear, especially from teachers, are they want to sleep better, want to manage stress.
Mm-hmm.
I would say mine is energy. Like I think I sleep okay, but I feel like I just don't have energy ever.
That's
So
probably the number one is more energy. This is such a draining job.
yeah.
Lashandra, is that one ringing home for you too?
I had written down stress, but yes, I would say yes about the energy also. Yeah.
What are some other things? Oh, taking time to make sure you're actually eating and drinking. That was a shock to me at how hard that is.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think yeah, probably drinking for me is a big one because, you only have certain times that you can go to the bathroom. So you have to be really careful, like filling up on a bunch of water and then being like, oh yeah, now I've got to have my bladder burst because I can't.
Yeah.
right? Yes, more energy, better sleep, healthy metabolism,
As I remember.
um, cutting toxins. Oh my gosh, especially after the pandemic, you guys are having to clean with some pretty toxic chemicals. So we're going to show you some alternatives for that tonight too. But is there any other areas that you guys are looking to love on yourself a little bit more in?
I mean, just, yeah, I think relaxing, like learning to relax when I do get home.
Hmm. Anything else?
I was gonna say maybe sleeping. I don't sleep very much, but I didn't really think of it as not being able to. I just figured I wasn't ready to go to sleep.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you said that because a lot of times people don't even really know that they're struggling in an area till you take that pause and you really think about that, right? And maybe it's been something that you're just so used to. That's a big thing. A lot of my clients that I help, they have been in some sort of chronic pain for so long, they just feel like that's just life,
Mm-hmm.
right? A better emotions, regulating our emotions.
I guess now that you said that, I mean, with being on our feet all day long, I mean, I don't know about Lashandra. I know for me, like I'm in a lot of like my feet and my legs are just extremely tired and hurt,
Mm,
hurt a lot. So I don't know.
yeah.
I was about to ask about my ankles, but not necessarily my feet, but I notice sometimes in my ankles, does it work for that also?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is great, guys. All this stuff we're gonna be covering tonight. This is great. Okay. Well, if anything else pops up, if you think of something, pop it in the comments in the chat box. All right. So just a little check-in. Thank you for doing that. All right. So one of the big things we didn't really mention this too much, but I hear this from educators all the time is that they want to do a better job of supporting their immune system. So immune support and toxic-free cleaning. So if you have not, kind of dove into why it's important to ditch the toxins in your life and the harmful effects that so many, just products that are on our shelves in our classrooms, they have a lot of toxic, harmful carcinogens. So I'm really passionate about helping people learn about toxins and find very easy, simple swaps. So I mentioned before the On Guard blend. This is doTERRA's protective blend. So physically, it's fantastic for supporting your immune system and protecting you from those environmental threats. So diffusing this blend to cleanse the air can also support your immune and respiratory systems. This On Guard blend also comes in a roller. So all of doTERRA's rollers are called touch rollers, and they've been diluted with coconut oil already. So it's great for sensitive skin and for applying topically. So an easy way to give yourself a little love is to roll the On Guard touch onto your spine and the bottoms of your feet every day for immune support. So I actually like to keep this on my nightstand. And that way, when I'm getting in and out of bed, I remember to do that simple act of self-care, just rolling in oil on the bottom of my feet and giving myself a little quick little foot rub to rub it in. Now, internally, you can also take this oil. I love to actually put a drop of it under my tongue or in my coffee or tea because it has a really nice chai flavor. It's got cinnamon, clove, wild orange. So those flavors are really tasty in your coffee or as a complement to it. But if you don't want to taste it, or if you want something to really pack a punch for immune support, we have On Guard soft gels. And this is serious support. Whenever I feel myself coming down with something, or if something is going around your room and you're trying to really give yourself a big boost for your immune system, the On Guard soft gels not only have this oil blend in it, but they also have oregano, which is an all-natural antibiotic, and Melissa oil, which is an all-natural antiviral. Then for daily immune support, the On Guard chewables are these little chewables. You can chew 3 of them a day, and they are loaded with all kinds of stuff to support your immune system. Then as a healthy alternative for toxic-free cleaning, I love using the On Guard sanitizing wipes, the hand sanitizing spray, and the gel for safe and effective cleansing. Now, there are some really cool studies out there. You can Google On Guard and you can see there's some demonstrations of its cleansing power. You guys, you do not have to clean your classroom with Lysol or Clorox or something that is going to be, exposing you to all of those carcinogens. The On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, I clean my entire house with that stuff. It is a highly concentrated cleaner. And you add just 2 tablespoons to a glass spray bottle, fill it with water, and that's actually safe for kids to help clean the classroom too. But I use it in my entire home. So On Guard for the win for when you guys want to support your immune system and do some toxic-free cleaning.
So the soft gels and are those just similar to like the vitamin C and D pills?
The chewables do have vitamin C, D, zinc. There's another, I'm trying to mind blank right now, but there's another thing in there that's really good for daily support. So you'd want the chewables for daily. And then like if you really need something that packs a punch, the soft gels. Any other questions on this one?
I love that they came out with a sanitizing wipe.
Oh my gosh, I know.
That's the last time I was using them. So,
and those are so great for your phone. I mean, you think about how many germs are on your phone, right? So just giving them a quick wipe, wiping desks. And anytime I love like when I get gas, grocery shopping, just having something the spray is fantastic, but like sometimes you need to like actually wipe your hands, right?
Yeah.
All right. So next thing we hear a lot is the pain. Y'all mentioned that, being on your feet, any sore muscles. So we have aches and pains, and that's why I love to carry. I actually like to carry the Deep Blue stick in my backpack that I take with me when I'm subbing. We have a whole line though of the Deep Blue line. So this is an essential oil blend. It's very soothing. It's fabulous to take for a massage. But anytime you are hurting, aches and pains, you can use this topically. We've got the Deep Blue oil blend. You might prefer the rub, that's the lotion form. And then the Deep Blue stick even has an extra essential oil in there called copaiba, which is especially good for pain and inflammation. For those people who have like chronic stuff going on, it's really nice to have internal support with the Deep Blue polyphenol complex. That's kind of like preventative. And then the oils and rubs and sticks, just different options, different delivery methods for putting on that oil topically. So everybody has their favorite, but since they came out with this stick, I have not found anybody who doesn't love it. I use it all the time. So you can put this on the bottoms of your feet after a long day, on your neck or back, when you start to feel that tension and tightness, anywhere that you are feeling those aches and pains. And what's cool about this stuff, guys, all these oils, you can reapply or re-ingest as often as you need to. You're not going to OD on your essential oils. So you can't say the same for some of the stuff that you may be, these pills that everybody's popping. And what's cool with these oils, you're not getting side effects. You're getting side benefits. Every single essential oil that you're using is going to have both physical and emotional benefits to it. So anytime we can get rid of the side effects, that's a win in my book.
Now the deep blue, it does get hot though, because one time my husband put it on and then went out in the sun and he was like, oh my gosh.
Yes, so keep that in mind if you are putting on these oils, like getting out of the shower, out of the bath, or going out in the sun. Anytime your pores are wide open, it's going to intensify the effect, right? So thank you for mentioning that, Angie, because yeah, this deep blue, when you first put it on, it feels really, really cold, and then it will gradually get that warming effect.
Yeah.
So when you're hurting, it's quite nice, but just keep that in mind, that it can be quite intense when your pores are wide open. And at any time, we didn't talk about this too much. We really dive into this into the basics class, but at any time that it's too intense, use the carrier oil to dilute. Right? So let's say you put on some deep blue, and then you forgot and you rub your eye. Your instinct usually when you get something in your eye is to run to the sink and flush it out with water. Don't do that. Oil and water don't mix. So that would actually intensify that feeling even more. You want to grab a carrier oil, any carrier oil, coconut oil, olive oil. You can use olive oil in a pinch to apply to wherever it's you're feeling overly sensitive. So that scenario when you accidentally wipe the corner of your eye and you're like, whoa, that is cold. You're gonna want to get some carrier oil and just rub it over your eyelid, and that intensity will go away very quickly. I'm glad you said that, Angie. All right, so let's get back here. Some more natural options for you guys. Some more energy. Oh my gosh, everybody wants more energy, right? So yes, you can have your second or third cup of coffee, or you can take 2 Mito 2 Max capsules. I love this stuff. I'm actually allergic to caffeine, so I can't rely on coffee and energy drinks to keep me going. I use the Mito 2 Max. So this is an all-natural energy and stamina complex. It is supporting the mitochondria, those energy powerhouses in your body. So I like to take these like at lunchtime. I don't know about y'all. It's like as soon as you eat lunch, your body's like, okay, time for a siesta. Nope. So I like to take these with lunch so that I can get over that afternoon slump. And then in the diffuser, putting in a really uplifting and energizing combination like peppermint and wild orange, or the motivate encouraging blend. That is a really yummy combination. It does have peppermint and wild orange, but it also has vanilla absolute. It's one of my favorite blends to put in the diffuser when I need like just some encouragement to get through the day. The other thing that I want to mention, and I've got a whole class on this, guys, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but the Meta Power System for metabolic health. This was a newly released product line. It's only about a year old, but it's actually now one of doTERRA's top selling systems and products for supporting your metabolic health. So the people who have tried this, what I'm hearing from them is more energy, actually weight loss. That wasn't like an intention of that, but it turned out to be a perk that a lot of people were happy about. Brain fog disappearing, just better, movement and flexibility, and just feeling younger. So if you want more information on the Meta Power System, I can text you that class recording. It's a really cool line of products for supporting your metabolic health.
I would love to hear more about that.
Yeah, all right. So Angie, I'll send that to you. And LaShandra, were you interested in that recording?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay. All right, so I'll send that to you. And anybody who's watching the recording, if you want info on the MetaPower system, just text me MetaPower. All right. But one of the top ways to actually support your energy naturally is to stay consistent with the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack is a trio of supplements, and this is actually doTERRA's #1 product. So yes, we are the world's #1 largest essential oil company, but essential oils are not our #1 product. This Lifelong Vitality Pack is. And there is a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. So if you took it for 30 days and you didn't feel freaking awesome, you had nothing to lose. I've never had anybody actually not feel better after taking it. So I'm always kind of curious, like, who's going to be like, eventually I'll find somebody who it doesn't make them feel better, but I don't know. But this is one of my favorite products. It has helped the most people. I've helped so many people get off so many prescriptions using this supplement trio. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack is your maximum nutrition for energy, focus, just relief, and well-being in general. There's 3 components to it. So we've got the Microplex DMZ, and this is your whole food multivitamins and minerals. So when I stress whole food multivitamins and minerals, that's because your body knows what it is. It knows how to process it, right? So hopefully this isn't too much information, but if you've ever like peed out neon colors or had a really bad stomach ache when you've been taking some supplements in the past, because your body doesn't know what the heck it is, right? So you're flushing all of those supposed nutrients down the toilet in those neon colored urine. That's a big signal your body doesn't recognize it. Because here's the thing, guys, you know that saying, you are what you eat? It's totally true. You are, yes, but you're also what you absorb. So if you're taking things that your body doesn't know how to process and you're not absorbing it, what is the point? Right? The second component to this is alpha CRS. This is going to have your antioxidants. It's where you have that cellular energy and why people just feel younger. And the Z omega, this is your healthy omegas, your 3, 6, and 9 fatty acids and 9 essential oils. So together, they work to support your body on a cellular level, giving your body the tools that it needs, the foundation for its health. So y'all, like, everybody that I coach, whether it's physical, emotional things that they're trying to get better on, this is always what I suggest they start with. You know, stick with it, stay consistent for 30 days. You've got nothing to lose. Any questions on this before we move on? All right. So we talked a little earlier about how little time you have not only to drink water, but to eat and to get fuel for your body. So I love recently, the past few years, doTERRA released a nutrition line, and I use all of these every single day. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack, always, every day. But the proteins, these are my favorite breakfast. There is a chocolate, a vanilla, and there's also a whey protein. So if you are vegan, we've got, I'm sorry, not whey. There's a vegan protein as well. Vegans definitely don't want whey. The other things we have are greens and fiber. So fiber is going to be for your gut health, and the greens make it really easy to get those veggies into your diet. Now, if you do end up getting any of these, let me know because I would love to send you a free e-cookbook that is packed with really easy, delicious recipes. So drinking more water. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. At the end of the day, you're like, I only filled this up one time. We all need to be drinking more water. So you can add a citrus oil to your, again, glass or stainless steel cup, right? Or ceramic coffee cup. Those are all fine to give that yummy taste, happy vibes, and a gentle detox for your body. All of the citruses are a delicious detox for your body. They're great for your metabolism and awesome for gut health. Some of my favorite essential oils to drink internally are lemon, wild orange, grapefruit, lime, green mandarin, tangerine, and you can mix them up. You could do, a drop of one with a drop of another, create your own concoction there. Okay, so I wanted to share this with you guys. If you have not used Headspace before, oh my gosh, this is such an incredible tool. This is a meditation app and it's free for educators. We just covered some great ways to support your physical health with natural solutions. And I want to kind of shift now to mental and emotional support. So using tools like Headspace that offer a free lifetime subscription to educators, this is a big savings. It's usually $80 a year and super valuable for your mental health. My partner Becky uses this a whole lot. She actually uses there for all of they have inspirational videos. So she'll start the day breathing, doing these breathing exercises and meditations. And she used to do it sporadically or on mornings where she needed like a little pick-me-up. But recently it's become an essential tool for really helping her fall asleep. So I highly recommend taking advantage of this freebie for your mental health. If you want to check it out, you can go to headspace.com/educators to get your free subscription. Okay, so when I use the word energy, I'm talking about the atmosphere or mood of the classroom. The atmosphere may be positive, calming, joyful, engaging, stressful, overwhelming, or conflict filled. We really have to be intentional in order to influence the energy of the classroom. Now, there's three things that influence the classroom energy. The first is the teacher, our stress levels, what mood we're in, how much sleep we got, our health, all those things we just covered. When these needs are covered, the teacher's energy is going to be positive, flexible, and open to connection. Our energy will have a positive impact on all of the students. Of course, the opposite is true, right? Which will naturally happen, and we need tools to get us back to feeling like ourselves. The environment is another key part of the classroom atmosphere. Voice levels are a great example of how managing the energy of the classroom goes hand in hand with behavior expectations. Music and lighting, these are easily changed to create calm or alertness. And calm corners, these are a need in many classrooms. Notice how anything that you add to the environment is based on our senses, visual, auditory, tactile. You want to have these in your calm corner. Therapists actually teach that you can calm and ground yourself in the present moment when you're able to engage multiple senses at once. This is why being around a campfire has soothed us for centuries. And lastly, we have essential oils, which interacts with the sense of smell. So we're going to share some of the top classroom oils to use for classroom energy and for teacher self-care. And lastly, the student is the third part of the classroom atmosphere. When our students are off, their energy can definitely impact us and all of their classmates. We don't have control over the inner workings of our students like we do ourselves and the environment. So in order to influence the energy of the student, we have to teach and model the skills needed. This social emotional education is such a critical part of our job, and it can have lifelong impacts on our students' mental health. All right, so let's think about your classroom. Visualize your ideal classroom environment. What energy do you want? And does it change throughout the day? I always remember this story that Becky tells of her fourth grade classroom that she taught in. The lights were low, there was calming music playing. The students and the teacher were always using kind, soft language. Students worked independently on cozy seating, and it felt so homey and welcoming. But in that same room, when they had test prep, the music was peppy. They'd move around the room and play review games. The lights were all on, and the kids were free to dance and laugh. So we have to be intentional about what energy we want in our classroom and think of the energy of the classroom as another facet to classroom management. Influencing the classroom environment should be up there with behavior expectations and learning goals. Okay, so this adorable little girl here, this is our Mabel. So this was her a couple years back. She was actually key to us learning about the emotional benefits of using oils for the kids. We had used them for all the physical stuff, and it wasn't until later we really dove into all of the emotional benefits. And she has quite a few different needs. She's on the spectrum and just needs, a little more care than some of our other kiddos. So having these tools to support her emotional health has been such a gift for our family. So here are some ways that you can actually use these oils in the classroom. The first is diffusing. This is like the simplest, easiest way. First thing in the morning, fill up your diffuser with water and add 6 to 10 drops of your favorite oils or blends. In the calm corner, so a lot of teachers have stuffed animals or pillows, something cozy, a softie, something to calm them and soothe them. So applying the oils to the animal is very, very helpful. That was actually how we would get Mabel to learn to identify what her emotions are and what oils would help shift her in the right direction. So I know a lot of you guys have, those emotional like guides to identify what are you feeling, right? Feeling guides. So you can put the essential oil that will help the kiddo shift that energy. And we actually have a whole line of essential oil rollers for kids. So you don't have to be the expert. The essential oil kit for kids even comes with some flashcards that show you which ones to use when and some ideas for how to use them. Then on the desk, so this is great when you need to individualize the sense for your kids. And y'all, you're great at individualizing. You know your students, right? So little Tommy may need help with focusing on his work after lunch, where little Timmy needs help calming down after recess. So this is a great way to incorporate the smelling of the scents with breath work. The specials teachers at our old school use what they call smellies. I don't know if y'all use them. It's rewards for good behavior. And they literally use scented lip smackers to put on the kids' hands. And the kids love it. Like they go crazy for their smellies. So we had the idea of using quiet critters with a drop of oil on the pom-pom as positive rewards in the classroom. And there's some really cute ones online. You can buy them or you can make them. But just an example of how to use it in the classroom, if a student is working quietly, a quiet critter can come sit on their desk and let them smell them while they work. And if the student gets off task or noisy, that critter, he's got to go and hide back in his jar. But the critter can also stay out the whole time and can choose to go home with them if they stay calm. Because I know as soon as I heard this, I was like, well, what if it's a distraction? So you can, reward them, letting them take it home if they help their critter behave. All right. So back to thinking about what vibe, what energy you want your classroom to have. So there are often times, right, where we want to lower the stress and create a calm environment. So my favorite blend, like if there's one blend that I want you guys to know about, one essential oil that I want you to know about when you leave this class, it is the adaptive blend. This is the most versatile adaptive oil blend. We use this during times of high stress, anxiety, during testing, anytime someone's feeling overwhelmed, if there's conflict, or when you just want to promote those feelings of well-being in general. So the adaptive oil blend can come in this form, the undiluted form, which is great for putting in the diffuser or using topically. It also comes in the roller form, so that's awesome for, using topically or rolling on those stuffed animals or critters. And then for us, I love the adaptive calming blend capsules. Y'all, this blend like seriously carried me through 2020. So I take the adaptive capsules as like a preventative thing for stress, and then in the moment, use the oil. Now, what's different about these calming blend capsules, they have GABA in them. If you're not familiar with GABA, this is a neurotransmitter that calms down the receptor sites in your brain. Because when you're stressed out, your brain is just like firing like crazy. All these receptor sites are just pew, pew, pew going like nuts. So having GABA will help calm down those receptor sites. So adaptive, where it's at, like this is the blend. This is the blend to have. And I've never ever had somebody smell adaptive and not love it. The main scents that are in it are wild orange, lavender, and a bunch of florals. Now, another favorite is Balance. This is a grounding blend. It's a little bit lighter scent than the adaptive. It's very earthy. And we love to use this for hyperactivity, stress, and for emotional support. And then good old lavender. Everybody loves lavender, or most people do. I've actually met people who don't like lavender, but I have other options for them, right? But you use lavender when you want to help with hyperactivity, high tension, anxiety, or to create a diffuser blend. So all of these oils can be used alone, or you can blend them together. I love to blend wild orange or Balance with lavender. It smells really good. Now, sometimes, shifting the other direction, you want to create a more alert and focused atmosphere. So Thinker is a focus blend that's part of the kids line. So for our little ones, I actually used this one as well as the adaptive blend. I was helping some kids do testing last week, and one of them, he was just so anxious, and it wasn't like a graded test or anything. It was just an assessment, and he was, like losing it, and it was actually starting to cause the other kids to get distracted from his stress. And so I pulled him aside, and we had the little chat and little pep talk. And I asked him, do you want some of my smelly oil to roll and smell that? And he put that on, and he immediately calmed down. And he got through that test, like went in it focused, just smelling his hand, went into it. He got through the test, and he actually had one of the highest scores. So somebody went from like a total like hindbrain situation. He was in fight or flight. Like he wanted to get out of that room. He was freaking out. He thought he was going to fail the test, and he got through it. And I was so proud of him. So that was pretty cool to provide that. So Thinker is a really good option when you need help with focus. And not just on the kids, guys. The kids rollers are awesome for adults too. They just have been diluted for a sensitive skin. So we use the kids line anywhere from our babies up to adults. So using the Thinker topically or putting it on a cotton ball or a pom-pom or those the desk critters is a great way to help with that focus. Peppermint. So peppermint, you can use this alone or with other oils. And peppermint really is a fan favorite. Most people love peppermint, but kids especially, they're just very comforted by that smell. I love to combine peppermint with adaptive or citruses in the diffuser, but alone is awesome too. Now, what peppermint does is it actually provides more oxygen to your brain and all your cells. So this is also a great alternative for if you don't want to go for the coffee, just put a drop of peppermint on your hands, take some deep breaths. You can't help but feel more alert and awake. Right? Our options here for alert and focus is the adaptive. This really is the most adaptive blend. So while when some people smell it, it will get them into that state of calm and relaxation, it also is fantastic for sustained focus. So awesome during tested. We use this all the time in the classroom. And then the citruses. Citruses are very uplifting and happy, and they pair great with the peppermint or the adaptive or lavender. And there are the citruses, the single citruses, or we have some really yummy blends like Citrus Bliss or Citrus Bloom. These are blended with some florals, so they have like a nice springtime scent. So I love to use any of these when you need to increase focus or get through that afternoon slump. All right, so talking a little bit about SEL and self-regulation. So social emotional learning is just, it's so important. And the students, they don't come equipped with these skills. They have to be taught and modeled how to regulate themselves. So some tools that we use in the classroom besides the oils are breathing exercises. We have control over the classroom environment and ourselves, but we do not have control of the inner workings of our students, right? We can't control how many hours of sleep they got, if they're going through a period of sadness, a rough home life, right? But we can teach them life skills to help them regulate their emotions and increase mindfulness. So I love, Angie, the fact that you shared that your entire school does a meditation at the beginning of the day. That is incredible. Oh my gosh, like I wish every school had that. And maybe your school isn't doing that, but you have control over your classroom, right? So using breath work, first thing, as soon as your class starts, you can do this from 5-year-olds all the way up. I mean, some of our younger ones even do this. So I feel like, any kid really can start learning these tools. Or using breath work at transitions or when you need to shift the mood of the class, right? If you are not familiar, there's some great ones on YouTube. This is a breathing circle. I'm going to play it just so you guys can kind of like see it. So during this, the kids are going to be inhaling and exhaling with the circle. So it's a nice visual for them. You can put this up as they're entering the classroom or during transitions, right? So they're inhaling and exhaling. And they can even hold it and start the next cycle. Inhale, exhale, right? Now there's some hand movements. Becky actually got recognized for implementing this in her classroom, and it's so cute. The little pre-K and kindergartners come in there and they're doing their breathing circles, is what she calls them. So you can see their little hands are up creating the circle when they're breathing in, and then when they exhale, they bring their hands down to the side. And that, oh my gosh, it just creates such a calming, focused environment. Another breathwork option is the 4-4-4 or square breaths. So this one, you're just inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, holding for 4. So they can draw it with their finger if they need, it kind of helps until they get the hang of it. And the little guys, they just do better. Y'all know this. I don't have to tell the teachers, but the little guys do better with when they have movements to go with it. And then, so yeah, YouTube or Headspace have lots of breathing visuals. And then if you want to implement some books into your classroom, Becky pulled these books, Trust the Librarian, She Knows Her Stuff, Breathe Like a Bear by Kira Wiley, or Puppy in My Head by Elise Gravel. She recommends those to kind of introduce this to your students. Right. Okay. And I wanted to share a little bit more. In addition to Headspace for yourself, they also have a really neat program for students. So Headspace will give you lots of good resources and lesson plans and posters. And the program is broke down with videos and lessons that are just a couple of minutes long to instill mindfulness practices in your students. So let's watch a couple minutes of this video from Headspace because they explain the program so well.
Mindfulness promotes resiliency, confidence, and mental health. Mindfulness is the capacity to pay attention on purpose with openness, curiosity, and a willingness to be with things just as they are. We at Headspace are so excited to be offering back-to-school mindfulness tools to the classroom. The program we created offers 3 levels of commitment, and you can complete all 3 levels at whatever pace suits you. And to amp up motivation, we're offering a certificate of completion that you can print out and give to your students to celebrate their accomplishment. So I want to welcome you to this discussion I had with my good friend, Brandy Goodman, who's a 4th grade teacher. We just sat down to discuss some of the challenges and successes of bringing mindfulness into the classroom.
It's been extremely helpful that mindfulness has been a bigger topic of conversation. It's been brought into schools, not only for kids, but for teachers now.
We're going to be doing a Mindfulness for Educators program, and we've gone through all the content and picked out the exercises that are short, sweet, and most impactful for students.
Having the opportunity to teach kids skills of checking in with their bodies and being more in touch with their emotions and understanding the impact that they have on others. And when they are feeling connected, when they're feeling seen, when they're feeling happy and comfortable and safe, they're going to learn more, right? I mean, obviously the whole point of school is to, learn and grow on your academic journey, but that isn't going to be successful if they're not feeling good emotionally.
When kids gain mastery over their attention, and they're able to regulate their attention, like, oh, I've just been daydreaming about what I'm gonna do at recess.
Right.
I caught my thought and now I'm coming back.
Yep.
That very basic skill is so important to learning.
Yes.
And your ability to really take in the information you're being given and process information. I always tell teachers that it's really welcoming in vulnerability into your classroom.
I have students that, struggle with attention and focus. For them to have to sit for 1 minute is challenging.
We make the meditation practices really short.
Right.
We're just gonna take the next minute or 2. They feel like that's within their ability. It's so common to feel resistance towards something new. Always encourage trying, but that if they don't feel like doing it or it doesn't feel right for them, to give them alternatives. As long as they're not disturbing others, they are free to read silently, or they can rest, or just put their head down on the desk. What are some of the mindfulness tools that your students have really responded to?
I love the body scan, and they really like when I guide them through it, and it's a moment for them to just take a breath, check in with their body. Many students who did this for the first time couldn't believe what a difference it made for them in their day. Some other tools is daily goal setting. So how do you want to feel today?
When we don't know what we're feeling, our brain's in a confused state.
Right.
If we can name what we're feeling, there's this sudden relief.
It's up to us as their adults and their caretakers to really provide them with these tools that they can then realize, this is helpful to me. I don't think many adults now realize how much kids are craving.
All right. So hopefully you guys soaked up some additional tools, and we give you some, natural, simple swaps for a lot of the issues that are popping up for teachers and educators, as well as some practices that you can start implementing right away into your classroom or your own daily life, right? So let's get back here. So I'm going to try to start this again. Okay, so if you enjoyed this and maybe you've been thinking of your other teacher friends who might be open to learning some of these tools, you can host a class for your friends, and I can show you how to get 20% of your class sales paid to you. And it's a win-win situation. This is like the only way I like to do business, is where it's win-win-win for everybody. So they get a free membership and my coaching, and you're going to get the 20% from your class sales. Sounds good, right? Now, once you become a member, you're getting the best prices for your oils. You're going to have your own refer a friend link. This is like an affiliate link that you can share with all your friends and family, and everybody gets rewarded for it. So they're going to get their first year of membership free when they use your link to purchase. Your friend creates an account and you receive 20% of their first purchase in doTERRA dollars, which you can spend on anything you want, including diffusers, that fractionated coconut oil, any of the supplements, any of the all natural tools that we learned about. So much more, you guys. That was just the tip of the iceberg. You can cash that in on whatever you want. So if you've got your wish list, we can dive in now to the how to get these into your home or your classroom too. The first is retail. Nobody's going to do this. This is the most expensive way. You'd only pay retail price if you were getting oils from like your chiropractor or at a spa or something. The best bang for your buck is to become a wholesale member. It's how you get the best products for the best prices, just like your membership at Costco or BJ's, that wholesale club, and it gives you 25% off retail price. Once you're a wholesale member, you have the options to get points for free products whenever you're making purchases. So you'll always get the 25% below retail with your membership, but you'll also get to earn free points through our very rewarding loyalty program. It's called the Loyalty Rewards Program, and it's like our frequent flyer miles. So that's an additional perk that you'll get access to. Now, everybody, because you're getting oils from me, or if we're invited to this class by somebody like Angie, you can get the oils from her, and you will get a free membership. So normally that membership is $35, but you're going to get that for free. And next year, when the time comes to renew your membership, the price drops down to $25 and you get a free bottle of peppermint oil. So it really pays for itself after that first year. Now, what else can you expect? I love to send y'all home with a welcome packet. I will mail this to you. It's full of some free samples, an empty roller bottle, a self-care reusable checklist, and you're going to get so much more than a box of oils. The gold is in the personal consultation. This is where we get on a Zoom call and I go over all of your goals, physical, emotional, whatever it is that you are trying to improve on. I'm going to show you exactly how to use your new natural oils and tools to reach those goals. You're going to know exactly how to use what you bought, and you're going to feel empowered to reach for those natural options first. We'll even set you up with a daily self-care checklist so that you can kind of like get in the swing of doing this every day and taking care of yourself. You'll also get access to our VIP education group, which is a great way to learn every day about holistic living. We've got an amazing community. We do giveaways, and you're plugged into ongoing support from me whenever you'd like to touch base. You jump on a Zoom call and revisit those wellness goals. We've got a couple of starter kits that you can choose from, or you can create your own custom kit. So if you've got a wish list, we can absolutely put them together to create your own starter kit. But I do love these options because they give you additional savings. So this Healthy Start Kit has top 10 oils and a Brevi diffuser, and you're saving $25 for buying this as a set versus individually ordering these oils. The Aroma Essentials Kit is a really yummy option because it has all of our favorite blends. So it's got Northern Escape. This is like, it really smells like a walk through the forest. Like if you're into hiking, if you love the smell of nature and outdoors and being in the trees, Northern Escape is so yummy. It gives you the On Guard blend, so to support your immune system. Peppermint, you can't live without peppermint and wild orange. These are both in there. Those are awesome alone or together to get you through that afternoon slump. You get the adaptive blend, so that one that's good for stress, overwhelm, anxious feelings, you got it. Breathe, the respiratory blend that everybody wants when the seasons are changing and everybody's feeling stuffy and congested, you're going to want that Breathe blend. Serenity is a restful blend. It's really calming and relaxing. It's heavy in lavender, Roman chamomile, and vanilla. Balance, we talked about this one, is a great one for stress and creating a calm environment. Cheer is an uplifting blend. This is lots of citruses, a little bit of spice, and some vanilla. And the citrus bloom is like literally springtime in a bottle. And it comes with this diffuser. Now, if you didn't see a kit that you like, you can absolutely create your own. I'll help you find the perfect fit for your needs and budget. And I just encourage you guys, if you've been putting off something like this for a while, to invest in your health. I have never had somebody regret getting started. I've only had people regret not getting started sooner. And you have the people, you have the tools to support you now. There's some additional perks that you guys can get access to. Right now, new members, I'm going to show you how to get a free diffuser. Because let's be real, you're going to want a diffuser at home and you're going to want one in your classrooms. You don't have to take it back and forth every day. So let me help you get one for free. New members who enroll with a 150 point value order will receive that free membership for their first year, free shipping on their order, and a free diffuser. So if you're wondering what the heck is point value mean, so when we were looking at the prices of these kits, that PV means point value. So these two starter kits that I showed you, they're not quite 150 points, but you can add something to it, like that deep blue stick, or maybe some of the kids' rollers, or a big bottle of adaptive, whatever you want to qualify you for that free diffuser. But I wanted to treat you guys with an extra gift. If you place your order of at least 150 point value in the next 48 hours, I'm also going to gift you a free oil guidebook. Now, when you're getting into essential oils, it can be kind of overwhelming and you may think, I have to do all this research, I have to know everything. No, you don't. When you have an essential oil book, you can be the expert just by looking it up. So these books are super easy to use. We call them our oil Bibles because you don't have to know everything. Let's say somebody's struggling with something in your family, bust out that book. It will tell you exactly what oils to use and how to use them. So you don't have to be the expert. So for those of us who are live in the next 48 hours, we're going to get access to this free oil guidebook. An additional prize for you guys. I told you I would spoil the teachers tonight. So all my educators, you all can sign up for your free wellness consult so I can go over all of your goals, your physical and emotional things that you are trying to find natural options for. I'll set you up with those tools. All of you guys get a free wellness consult. So if you finish the worksheet, everybody was emailed the worksheet before. You can send me a picture of it, text me a pic, and when you registered, I have your mailing address, so I will be sending you your gifts for completing the worksheet. If you didn't fill it out yet, it's okay. Go print it out, fill it out, and send it to me. There's no time limit on that. I know a lot of you guys are watching the recording, but I want to make sure everybody gets all the prizes. So everybody who was on live got some prizes. Angie, again, thank you for inviting LaShandria. I'll be sending you a special gift for inviting her. If you guys know other friends and family who would appreciate this information, or even if they're not teachers and you want to host a basics class, that's a great way to start earning, freebies for yourself and hooking them up with all those gifts as well. So thank you guys so much for being on here live tonight. If you have any questions or anything that pops up, you've got my cell phone number. Text me your worksheet so I can get you hooked up with your other prizes. All right, thank you. Thanks for being on.